9:32 on the clock, and welcome back to 13 on Your Side. A few weeks ago, we introduced Max Polakovich, and he was an ultra-endurance runner on a mission to raise awareness and funds for youth homelessness.
At the time, he was preparing to run 400 miles across Michigan. Max finished the run and, of course, lived to tell the tale. Watch.
1 mile left. Did 399 and I have 1 mile left. Just ready to be done.
I'm almost at a loss for words for it. It's just awesome. I might start crying.
Get. Oh. Finishing where I said I was gonna.
Come on!
Michigan, Indiana border, about to start 400 miles.
If anyone can do it, Max can do it.
Your mom's asking how you're doing.
Feeling great. Max. I've accepted the pain that I have right now. I'm choosing to do this. That was really fucking hard.
You fucking did it. So proud of you.
That was the hardest week of my life.
Week of your life so far.
Until we do it again.
And Max
Oh,
is back.
man.
Not only did he finish the run, he's now closing in on his $50,000 fundraising goal. Of course, you can see he's joining us live to talk about the experience, the challenges, and what's next. First of all, I mean, a huge congratulations to you. 400 miles is insane.
Yes.
I think by any stretch of the imagination. How was it?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
loaded
was-
question.
It was really fun the first few days, and then as the novelty started to wear off and it set in what we were doing, it was definitely tough the last few days. You know, I don't know if it's on here, but I'm obviously in
Yeah.
a boot.
Yeah.
So the last 3 days really got rough with every step, just in a lot of pain. And I knew I wasn't going to quit, but when the realization set in that my shin wasn't going to get any better,
Yeah.
it was okay.
Yeah, so
We
just
have
so we
to
can
do it.
address the boot, yeah, so we're thinking some sort of shin situation.
Yeah, mostly, and anyone in the sport is familiar with it, just almost label it as like stress injury.
Yeah.
So could be a stress fracture or just a ton of tissue damage because your body isn't necessarily made to hold up with the mileage. So felt really good through the first 5 days. You know, we were hitting our calories, everything was going well. It was still a lot of work, right? Running 50
Yeah.
miles isn't easy, but it was going about as well as it could. And then I wake up on day 6 and the leg just did not get any better overnight. So when that realization had set in that the pain wasn't going to go away and we were just going to have to deal with it, I knew I wasn't going to quit, but the fun had worn off and it was time to just, you know, clench my teeth and get
just
to
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you finished, you persevered. I think that's half the battle, right? Is like pushing through the pain because you know it's for something that's a good cause.
Yeah, tell us about that moment that you made it to the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah.
It was really cool and I think really special. It had been a really long day. I had banked up enough miles that we only had 43 on the last day. So relatively it was a shorter day, but because my body was so banged up, I was walking basically every mile and we had a quarter mile left and said, you know, I got to run this out. I don't care how much it hurts. And we were at 400 miles, a quarter mile away from the bridge where could have gone into the water, could have hit 400 miles, could have done everything I said I was going to do. But envisioning the run the whole time, if I was pulling up Google Maps or thinking about where I was going to be, we were at the bridge. So I was like, you know what, we have to go, and I'm going to run towards
Yeah,
it.
all
I'm
the
going
way
to get it
there.
done. I don't want to spoil this moment. I don't care how much it's going to hurt. So just hitting that bridge and touching that water, I think there was a little bit in the back of my mind that I was worried it wasn't going to live up to my expectations. You know, I've been building this up for months in my head and thinking about it on the run. And my foot touches the water and the sun's coming down. There was a break in the clouds. The seagulls are out flying. I mean, anyone who's been up there, it's a beautiful area. So I just kind of took a few minutes to myself to just look out at the water and try to process what I had done.
Right.
I still don't think I fully had, but just the relief and the sense of accomplishment that had fallen over me that was really special.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest parts is throughout all of this, you had your friends with you, kind of following very close by. Can you talk about that support system through the 400 miles there? I mean, you had your friends trailing behind you. I mean, you've got to have like the greatest friends in the world for that. That's pretty cool.
Yes, I had friends coming in, cycling in and out, but my buddies Reed Habstead and Cam Beechler were with me all 8 days, and that was something I was thinking about a lot on this run. You know, raising money for AYA Youth Collective and these kids who don't have a great support system, and me really reflecting on how blessed I am to have them. To give you an example, when my legs started to get messed up and we were looking at the route, I told Reed, hey, we got to get in the map. I can't run on any trails.
Yeah.
My leg can't do it. We'll run on the side of the highway, which we didn't want to do. Well, taking out trails to go to the highway, you get to your point more direct. Okay. So it was looking like it was going to be 390 miles. And I won't lie, when my shin hurt, that was a thought that went through my head. You know, hey, again, this is day 6, I'm delirious, you know, whatever, but who's going to care if I run 390 versus 400 miles? They basically said to me, no, we're doing 400 miles. So when we got up to Mackinac City, I was a mile away from the bridge, and I then had to do a 5-mile square going away from the bridge with it all in view the whole time. And that point of the day, I was like, let's just finish. I'm done. And they wouldn't let me. And they're like, no, you set out to do this. We're going to make sure that we do 400 miles. You know, the conversation was not particularly TV appropriate. You know, there was some yelling and going back and forth, but having people who are there to support you and believe in your goals as much or even more than you do when you're at a low point is just, it's really important. And I was saying to them as well during this run or after the run, ignorance is bliss in a sense, because if I knew how much I needed them going into this run, I wouldn't have done it because, you know, paralysis by analysis. I'd sit there and think about, I need this, I need this, I need someone to be so dialed in on the maps and the nutrition. So I just went into it, oh, it'll all be good. And thankfully I lucked out by having friends that were so supportive to help me out along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It holds you accountable when, you know, that was probably a huge mental block that you were going through at the end. Like, why am I running circles when I've already basically done this? Those moments where maybe you felt low, what kept driving you through the entire run?
There were a lot of occasions where I would just pull up the donation page, especially when I was thinking about 390, who cares? I sat there and I looked at it, and I think at that time, you know, $40,000. People didn't donate $40,000 for me to run 390 miles. People didn't donate $40,000 for me to even get from point A to point B. It was 400 miles and go from point A to point B. And just falling back on that and knowing that the money was there to help, and I wanted to fulfill what I set out to do. So really looking at the donation page, Andy Allen, the director of advancement over at AYA, he was texting me throughout, like, so grateful about the funds that are coming in and also the recognition. So again, just that higher purpose, because the motivation ran out, and I didn't want to be out there. So doing it because I was helping others really helped me get through those dark points.
Yeah, you know, so when you first started the run to now, we have a lot of money in the bank on this. If we could take the web PC, I don't know if we've got the, yep, there it is. We're at 47,866, and we're almost there. 95% of the goal. I mean, this is so impressive that people were able to donate that much money. And you were able to finish the run. You know, what does that mean to you to be able to just see that number and know that that's money going to homeless youth in our community that need help?
It's special, and I think it's one of those things that still doesn't feel quite real to me. Where the run, I'm still trying to process it. It doesn't, something in my brain won't let it click that it's really happened. But knowing that that money is going to make a big impact is so cool, because that $47,000, what it is currently, it will get to 50. I don't care if I got to write a check to make it get to 50. I'm going to make sure that we hit that goal. But knowing that it is going to help people and it is going to go such a long way is really cool, because that money doesn't exist necessarily. That money doesn't go to AYA if I never do the run and start telling people about what we're doing. So it is a really cool thing that I'm going to be able to look back on for a long time to come and feel really proud of what we've done.
Yeah.
Beyond just the leg challenge that you had, what were some of the other things that you faced throughout the run?
Running on highways is not fun.
Yeah, I
Scary,
remember seeing a
honestly.
post from you saying, like, we don't want to be on the highway right now, but we are.
Yep. And, you know, we were wearing the high vis. My buddies did a great job. They're driving 3 miles an hour behind me. Cars are whizzing by them. They got their hazards on, I guess. But, you know, it's a high-stress environment. I think there was one day on day 6 where a semi was like, if I would have stuck my hand out, I would have got hit by it. And my buddies a couple hours later when we were at the aid station, like, you didn't even react. And I was like, I just had to turn my brain off
like, what was I supposed to
the
do?
cars that were going by and just kind of
Lock
saying
in.
accepted sounds really bad, but it was like, I just need to focus on running and the rest is going to take care of itself. So dealing with that, and you're kind of overstimulated there where you can't zone out, that was a big thing. And then getting through some fueling challenges on the first couple of days was big. You know, there's a video up there, probably people don't want to go watch it, but I was throwing up on night 1 because my body hadn't adjusted to the food that we were trying to push through. It's really cool to see how well the body can adapt though, because by day 3, 4, 5, we had it all dialed in and we're going there. But those were kind of the 2 bigger challenges that went out besides the obvious physical that, you know, it just hurts, and I don't necessarily want to wake up every day and run.
Yeah, you know, again, back to the support that you had through all of this. So when you ran through Grand Rapids, it was like what, day 4 or 5?
Day 3.
Day 3, okay. When you ran through Grand Rapids, you had friends, family gathered to come support you. What was it like to see them, and what was it like to just run through Grand Rapids there?
That was really cool, getting back in just a familiar place, because the first 2 days felt a little unknown. I'm in areas I don't spend a lot of time. So getting through Grand Rapids, getting to see my family was great. My girlfriend McKenna rode on a bike for 20 miles to end the day out with me. So just having a little bit more familiarity was definitely really cool, and getting to see people that I know. You know, we went by AY as well as a good reminder of why we're doing it. Something that was a little unexpected though, the morning of day 4 was actually pretty rough.
Okay.
Because I had this Grand Rapids to look forward to, and seeing family and being with people I know, and then we're headed back out and we have 5 days left in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're like, okay, wait, this is going to be a lot quieter, though, especially though those trails and stuff going up through Cadillac and making your way. What's that? The White Pine Trail.
White Pine Trail.
Yeah, that's a quiet area. Not as busy as Grand Rapids. Since you have completed this, or at the end of the video, you said something along the lines of, you know, that you were going to do it again until we do this again.
Yeah. Are you going to do
Is
it
that
again?
really? Is that a real thought?
That was specifically for Split the Mid. That was definitely just a joke to mess with my buddies. I don't necessarily have another desire to hit the 400-mile distance. Although, if a charity has a good idea for me to go do something, you know, let me know. Maybe we'll see.
Let you recover a little bit.
Yeah, you know, give me
give
like
you
a month
some time.
or 2. But I definitely want to do some more endurance events and still stick with that. I think just the long distance, I've checked that off my list for now.
Good.
Where I don't have the inkling to go, oh, let's go beat my time by 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, if my shin was better, I could have beat it by a few hours. I don't necessarily have that bug in me after completing the distance of this nature.
Yeah. So what's like the first meal you have, like when you're all done with this?
So I was half asleep in the RV. My dad drove it back. The whole crew was in there, and we got probably $300 worth of Taco Bell.
All right,
And it
there
was
you
Did you
go.
eat all of it?
I ate a great amount of it, and the first thing I ate was a grilled cheese burrito, which I don't even like. But
I've never had
I'll
that.
tell you what, it
That's
was the greatest thing that I've had in a long time. Just the accomplishment, getting some greasy food down, hanging out with my buddies, just laughing about, you know, things that maybe I didn't notice because I was running or when they were in the car, and just kind of recapping the whole event was really cool.
Yeah, you are a mortgage lender. Were you back to work the next Monday, or did
I
you
was.
take a couple
Oh
days
my
off?
goodness.
I wasn't in the office. You know, I got clients that are looking for homes. You know, we're
Yeah.
busy over at Treadstone, so I was back, and I had a friend cover for me, and he did a great job there. But I got back in touch with all my clients. Hey, I'm alive. You know,
We did it.
Right.
Still a great time to buy a home. So yeah, we're fully back to work and just back to a little bit more of a normal life.
Ooh, yeah, I can imagine the days after that.
Right,
Ooh,
we're
we're still a little
hobbling
bit
around the
yeah,
office, I'm
yeah.
sure. So your best elevator pitch, you're so close to that fundraising goal. What do you want to say to our viewers? Why should they donate? Why should they support this?
Yeah, I mean, this money is going to go a long way, and I think it's really important that if you are going to donate money, I think looking local first is so important. It's great to donate to other people. You know, everybody's got something going on, but I think if we all come together and donate to our local community and solve some really big issues that we have around here first, then we can go look and help others. You know, I want to help people who are closer to me, and that was really cool about this, knowing that this money is impacting people who I don't directly know, right? But we live in the same community and we're all a part of it. So, you know, we hit the 400. Would love to hit that 50,000. We will hit that 50,000. Whether I got to do it, but it is a great cause. AYA does a great job with all the money that they raise, and it is going to have a direct impact on kids in the Grand Rapids community.
All right. Well, Max Polakovich, congratulations to you, man. I think
Yes.
that is so cool. Yeah, 400 miles. Good for you.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
awesome. Yeah. No, thanks for coming back on and sharing your story. And of course, we'll have that link to the donation page there on 13onyourside.com so you can easily access it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.